welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on how to stop and prevent your concealer from creasing. And I used to be a victim of this because I know how annoying it can be when you finish beating your face and applying your full face of makeup and then you realize that you have wrinkles and creases underneath your eyes. It can be really annoying. So I learned few techniques I use now to prevent my concealer from creasing. I hope you all find this video helpful, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already so you don't miss any new video from me. And if you want to see how I prevent my concealer from creasing, then definitely continue to watch. Alright beauty, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, but before we do, I just want to say, please guys, I've been under the weather for a couple of days, so please excuse me if you hear me sniffling here and there. That is one of the things I hate about spring, all the allergies. So the first thing we're going to do is to apply a foundation primer, because as you all can see, I have the best skin. I don't have anything on my skin, although I've done my eyes, but I don't have anything on my skin. So I will go in with Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. So while applying the primer, I always love to take it a little bit underneath my eyes. But the secret is, if you're using a primer that is mattifying, I would suggest you don't do it, because it will go right underneath your eye and crease up, because it's mattifying. It will go down there and mattify, your under eye. And you just need your under eye to be a little bit hydrated. You don't need it dry. But mattifying primer, of course, they mattify the face. So you don't want to use a mattifying primer. The best thing is to use a hydrating primer, like the Smashbox primer I'm just using. I just love to work just a little bit of the primer underneath my eyes. You just have to look up and then apply it. That way it will go in between the creases. So the next thing will be to apply a foundation, and I will be using MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation in NC45 and NC50, and I just love mixing these two together. And the secret to a creaseless under eye is, while applying your foundation, the best thing is to avoid your under eye, because the less product you put on underneath your eyes, the more chances you stand to not get your under eye creasing. So the best bet is to not even apply any foundation underneath your eyes. So after we're done with the foundation, as you all can see, I left my under eye bare. I didn't apply any foundation underneath my eyes. So the next thing will be to apply concealer. And as you all can see, I have so many concealers right here, from NARS to MAC to Maybelline. And then I don't know, for some reason I always find myself reaching out for the L.A Girl Pro Conceal. I love the consistency of this concealer. This just lasts me for maybe 3 months. I'm almost running out of this one right here, and for today's video I'll be using this concealer because I just love it. I love it so much. The consistency is perfect. It doesn't, when you blend it out very well, it doesn't crease. Seriously you guys, I love this concealer a lot. And the shade I'll be using today is Cool Town. And what I normally love to do is to use this tip right here before I apply my concealer. I love to go underneath my eyes and just tap the beauty blender underneath my eye, and this just helps to remove any oil or any creases you have underneath your eye before you then go in with your concealer. So while applying my concealer, I love to draw triangle underneath my eyes, but I don't like to go too close to my under eye. I love to just take it here, just apply it here, and then when I blend it out, I now extend the concealer into my under eye. I don't like packing the concealer very close to my under eye because it will just crease up. And since we're applying concealer, I'll just take it on my chin and my forehead. So I will go in and blend the concealer, but I will start from my chin and my forehead, because with the under eye, once you blend out the concealer, you have to immediately go in and set it, because if you don't, you know, once the concealer settles on, you know, on the wrinkles underneath your under eye, it will be very, very difficult to blend it out. So I just will go first, blend my chin and my forehead, and then go over to my under eye because I will set it immediately. And then another trick is to look up. While blending the concealer, you have to look up. So whatever wrinkle or whatever creases you have underneath your eye will open up. Alright, so remember we are working fast. So to set the under eye immediately, I'll be going in with Sacha Buttercup setting powder, but this one is the compact powder, and I love this one because it's less messy and it just picks up the right amount of product, you know, that you need to set your under eye. I'll be using my Real Techniques contour brush. I just love to use this brush underneath my eyes because, as you all can see, it's very, very, very small and precise. I will go over my under eye just one more time to make sure there are no creases. And then I will just apply the powder in a tapping motion. You don't need to rub it everywhere, you just tap the powder underneath your eyes. So the next thing will be to set my whole face, and I'll be using MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. So this is the technique I use to prevent my under eye from creasing, but if after doing this you still find, you know, your under eye creasing, the best thing to do is, after, you know, applying your concealer and setting it, will be to go in with a makeup setting spray. You can use any makeup setting spray of your choice, but I always love to use MAC Fix Plus. You just shut your eyes, make sure your eyes are closed, and then you bring the spray a little bit close to your eyes and just concentrate it on those, you know, underneath your eye, and then use it to set your whole face. And when you do this, you notice that it will help, like, you know, calm all those creases down, so it won't be obvious. And I think that is basically it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up and also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And till my next video, I will see you all very, very soon. Welcome back to my channel. So this will be my full face drugstore makeup look.